Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling something that I know a lot of guitar players believe, but definitely untrue. We're going to be breaking down the 5 common guitar myths that might be holding you back in your guitar playing. There's tons of myths and misconceptions that are floating around the guitar world, and I've seen many players get stuck because they think that they need to follow these rules. But the truth is, these myths are actually limiting your potential. So let's debunk them and get you on the right track. Before we dive in, if you're ready to take control of your playing and break through any of your bad habits, grab my auditing checklist. It's a completely free tool to help you identify areas of improvement in your guitar playing. The link is in the description below. Jumping right into myth number 1, you have to practice for hours every day to get good. This is a huge one that holds a lot of people back. A lot of guitar players think that they're going to have to practice hours on hours every single day in order to sound like people that they like listening to. And that's kind of just not the truth. What's more important, and the reality is, effective, focused practice is much better. I've been saying in a lot of these videos, and I've always said to all my students that 15 minutes a day goes a long way. If you can really focus and lock in to 15 minutes a day minimum, and do that consistently, you're going to see great results over time. Now, of course, if you can practice for an hour a day or 2 hours a day and stay focused and in that zone, have a good strategy behind it, you're going to see awesome results, just like you would in anything you would do in life if you were putting more time into it. But remember, it comes down to focused, intentional practice. Myth number 2, you need the best gear to sound good. I've heard this one from so many players, especially on the internet. You know, people leave a lot of comments. Oh, that's because that person has a $10,000 Les Paul, or oh, that's because they have an amazing amp. Of course they're gonna sound good. And that's just not true. I made that video recently on tone being in the hands, and I firmly stand by that. The biggest investment you can make into sounding good is what you put into your hands. Now, of course, having great gear only supports that. It can facilitate certain sounds that you need, absolutely. But if you take a lot of examples over history, a lot of legendary guitar players that we love didn't really have the best gear at times. So having great gear is, of course, something to aspire to. You want things that support your playing, but don't be paralyzed by that. You can definitely sound great with minimal gear. Myth number 3 is that you play by ear or through theory. A lot of people up front believe that you either play by ear or you know like a bunch of theory. It's a common question that I honestly get all the time, and not necessarily from fellow guitar players, but a lot of people that just are fans of music. Maybe they've seen me play live or something, but I've heard that question a lot. And the truth behind that is they both go together. They work synonymously. You can couple those to become a much stronger player. It's not one or the other. You don't just play by ear your whole career, or just play with learning theory and you go off of that. Yes, you can do either one of those, but in my opinion, you're severely limiting yourself. So use your ear, train your ear, and learn the theory as well. And that's going to combine to make you a really strong, sound guitar player, and more importantly, a great musician. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown and you want to see where you can truly improve in your guitar playing, be sure to download that free auditing checklist that I created. It's a great resource that helps you identify where you're at, some of the habits, what matters most kind of in the auditing process so you can be better right away. There's also some other stuff in there that gives you actionable steps, reflection, and so much more. So check it out in the link in the description. Cool. Myth number 4, you have to play fast to sound impressive. Potentially one of the biggest misconceptions, especially for beginner guitar players. You hear shredders and you often think that that's the only way to sound good. I gotta play fast. I gotta move faster. That's what's gonna impress people. But here's the reality. Speed is really only part of the equation. And if you've seen any of my other videos or my lesson videos, you know that I'm a huge advocate of building quality phrasing, tone, space, conversation, productivity, and letting speed be a byproduct. You can be just as impressive with playing slow, meaningful, well-articulated lines as you can with lightning-fast runs. And if you're still not sold on that, think about some of the best solos in history. David Gilmour's Comfortably Numb, or Hotel California by the Eagles. These aren't about speed. This is all about quality phrasing. And I guarantee you, anytime someone who has ever seen those guys play live or play those memorable, legendary solos, they are mesmerized every single time. There's so many other things that go into impressing someone or leaving an impressionable mark on them. Speed, that's kind of just one of them. Our final myth, number 5 here, is you have to be young to be a great guitarist. This myth is a bit all over the place. I've taught so many players, I can't tell you, that have come to me and they're really worried because they're starting later in life or because they're just unsure about where they're currently at. It's got very little to actually do with your age. And I made a whole video on this, Can You Learn Guitar After 40? Where I dive much deeper into this topic. And to keep things short and simple, absolutely. And to be great at the guitar requires so many other things, age kind of just being a very limiting belief behind that. To really drive that point home, I didn't start playing guitar until my late teens. I started exactly at 16 years old. I'm in my 30s now. I just know that I was so passionate about it and that I've put in the hours and the sweat equity into the instrument. If in that time period I can achieve what I feel that I have achieved, you can definitely do it if you're starting later in life. You've got so much time and so much more that you can offer to the instrument at different stages in your life. And if you're ready to take your guitar playing to the next level, be sure to download and check out that completely free self-audit checklist that I have for you. It's helped a ton of guitar players out in seeing where they're currently at, how they can dissect it, and definitely make improvements to the next level. So don't let any of these 5 myths hold you back in any way. They're really just that, myths. And it's all about debunking those, having much stronger beliefs, and moving forward. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Especially if you have any other myths that you've kind of seen along the way. I'd love to check those out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Awesome.